Well, we're live again, settling in for an evening of picking frustration. But that's the way it goes. So, let's get to work. Hopefully, I can get this done without a big hullabaloo. Got a small dent right there I'll have to get out when I hit the clear. I hit it with my ring. It's in the covering. It'll come out. It's just one of them deals. Wasn't paying attention. Sleepwalking. I'll take these off in case that happens again. A pinky ring. So far there's not too many pull-ups or screw-ups or whatever. Knock on wood. That's pretty good. What do you guys think? You like the look of it? How do I come up with it? I just come up with it out of my head. That's what will look good. Each airplane is different. How do I... It's like painting a picture, you know. Some people, I mean, I can paint too. I can draw and I can paint. If you watch the video of, I think it was a video hangout where I drew the 3-view of this. I just sat down and drew it. Would this look good? And it did. So that's what we got. Now normally, I've done so many red, white, and blue airplanes, but I wanted something a little different this year. Of course, my Tucker was different too. Let's see here, Rico's looking good. Well, I'll tell you what, Top Flight was so impressed with one of my layouts, they copied it for one of their RC airplanes. Pissed me off, but nothing I can do about it. They didn't give me any credit for it or anything. If you look at their P-47 Thunderbolt, that's my paint job. But that's okay. I didn't copy them, they copied me. But copying is the greatest form of flattery, I guess. When I used to paint motorcycle flames and scallops and stuff, I just sat down with a tank and taped it out. Whatever looked good is what it got. of my old club brothers, when I go back to St. Louis, I'm going to do another motorcycle tank. I'll do it in my model room, so we'll videotape that. I'll show you how I paint motorcycle tanks. And the nice thing about motorcycle tanks is you don't care what it weighs. You can put as much paint on as you want. But I'm not like Bad Chad where I only sand down to 80 grit. You know, I sand down to 320, 400, 600, same as I do an airplane, and the tanks come out spectacular. So far, so good. We haven't had any huge catastrophe yet. Okay, we're not going to do nothing about that. Go online, get yourself a color wheel, and look at the colors that go together. Now, when I say together, like yellow, the contrasting color for yellow is purple. But if you want to do something in a monochromatic blend like this, the complementing color is orange, but the contrasting color is yellow. Now, for the life of me, I don't understand how they can figure that blue and yellow go together, but Blue Angel's got blue and yellow on their airplane, and I think it looks like crap. But I was seriously considering about painting these checks blue, but I got to thinking, you know, I don't like blue and yellow together. Green is in a yellow family. Those are the warm colors. I've got to figure out how I'm going to ink all this stuff. I'm going to ink around every one of these lines. But I can't start that until I get clear on it. Do not even think about inking on a uncleared white airplane. You'll ruin it for sure. So I would say we're at least a month out from having this airplane ready to go, but we're not flying this time of year. We are not flying this time of year. Yeah, looks pretty good. I think the silver leading edge on this with everything outlined will really add some class to it. I doubt I'm going to gold leaf the letters because gold leaf on white just, I don't know, just don't look right. Hmm. Thank you, Minnesota Mike. It ain't done. We got lots more shit to put on it. The ink will make it pop. The clear will make it pop. Silver will make it pop. Okay. Okay, you want the truth or you want a lie? The truth is, I was going to name this Exodus. So I was looking through the fonts last night to see what font would look, the best for Exodus. Well, I saw this font and it was spelled similar to this. But me being the dyslexic four-thumb guy that I am, I typed it in to Google search like this, Aegis, and found the meaning of this spelling that meant the breastplate armor of Thor. I go, there we go. So it was strictly by mistake. Misspelling. Happy little accidents, you bet. Because there ain't no other airplane that name. None. It's hard to come up with a name for an airplane because everything's been used. Argus, Ares, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, all the Greek gods. So by making a mistake, I come up with something new. And this particular font didn't have any numbers. It only had letters. So I had to match these numbers to this style of letter. So that's what took some time last night. And I know you guys, I don't think you really want to see what I got to go through, because I'm not, there's some guys that are up on this CAD drawing that can whip this shit out in about 2 seconds. Well, that ain't me. I'm a plunker. I gotta test and tune and tweak, and so it's rather boring. So that's why I didn't show you what I was doing. So we got that done. Let's knock some of this flashing off. I don't know how good we can do that. It's not quite really dry, but we'll try. Stopped at Walmart. I needed a pair of long johns and a pair of gloves for tomorrow. So I found these 3M gloves. I mean, this is my luck in life. It's ridiculous. I found these 3M gloves, Wells Lamont. They fit good. They're Thinsulate, so they're going to be warm. See, 3M. I like 3M stuff, as you guys know. It's good product. So I take them to the cashier, and I get up there, and I didn't notice they didn't have any barcode on them. So, self-checkout. So I'm checking myself out, and I notice there's no barcode. And I say to the guy, "Hey, there's no barcode here. How much are these?" He said, "You know how much they were?" I said, "No, there was no price on them." He said, "Well, we can't sell them to you." I said, "Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're telling me that you're not going to sell me this pair of gloves? Give me the manager." So the manager came, and I said, "Look, I want a pair of gloves. These are what you got. I don't know how much they are. Why don't you find out for me?" So they couldn't find them. So they sold me this, I would say, $25 set of gloves for $4. But what really got me was, we can't sell them to you. What are you, crazy? That's what this young kid, millennial, I don't know, young kid, probably 20 years old, that's what this world is coming to, bunch of morons. We can't sell them to you, really. I'll tell you what, they didn't want these to come off. They got them stapled with a big staple. We'll get it here. Better do it now, before femoral farting around in the morning trying to get them apart and break them. There we go. Went to Arby's for lunch. $21. Thank you, Mike, Minnesota Mike. $21 for 2 lunches. That is about ridiculous. Anyway, these are good gloves. $4. Thank you, Minnesota Mike. Let's present that. If you'd like to see your name presented, super chat, and I will present it to the world. This is a very important part. If you, thank you, tall guy. If you don't do this, you've wasted all your time. You're going to end up with a shoddy paint job. This is kind of a pain in the ass, but it's well worth it. It buries the stripe when you put the clear on it. That way you can't feel it. Because the first thing them judges are going to do is can you feel the line? Which is stupid. But since the advent of spray shine, that's a 1/4 inch thick, you got to come up with all the secrets you can get. And you can do this with double-aught steel wool, but the problem with it is it leaves little hairs all over, and you're going to end up clearing over a steel wool hair. Now these checkerboards are kind of flat black right now, but that's okay. That was due to temperature, I guess. When I clear them, they'll pop right back to gloss. Along with this green. This metallic pearl green, really comes to life when you put the clear on it. Thank you, Bob Brookins. A guy that will be missed. He was a kind of a hard guy to understand because he was deaf. But you'll find in this hobby that guys of like interest can communicate. You know, like the Brazilians. I don't speak Portuguese, not a bit. I get about Portuguese is kind of like Spanish. I get about 3 words out of a sentence. But we understand each other. I mean, because we're talking the same language. Model airplanes. So that's the same with Brookins. You know, he was a painter. I didn't agree with everything that he said, but he did have some good ideas. You know, his airplanes were spectacular, heavy but spectacular. You know, these automotive guys get in this mindset of put the paint on until the paint stand bends. Eduardo, great. I'm talking about Argentinians. When the Argentinians came down, not Brazilians. Well, the Brazilians speak Portuguese too, but the Argentinians, they presented me with that plaque and all that stuff. I don't even know if their channel's still going because they were ripping off music and stuff. I really don't see the harm in it because they didn't understand, you know, they didn't understand American, you know, trademark law or whatever. They weren't hurt nothing. Carolina Floristi. Beautiful Brazilian girl, probably 30 or so. Or not Brazilian, she's Argentinian. Eduardo, do you know Thomas Case? Yes, I know they're very close. You know Thomas Case? You know Benet? I haven't seen Benet in about 5 years, 6. It's Benet, yeah. Good guy. There again, he's got ideas that some that I don't agree with, but I don't know everything, you know. I look at everything. He's a good pilot. You know Thomas Case too, Eduardo? Well, Thomas Case is a Brazilian millionaire, and he would bring over all the Brazilians. He would pay for everything, the hotel, the airline tickets, and all that stuff, and bring them to the Nationals. He owned some kind of labor force or pool or something. I don't know what it was. Anyway, I'm thinking checkerboards here, 3 rows of checks here, maybe some writing on the nose. I don't know what I'm going to write. Maybe the cousin of Thor or something, you know, in some script. I got to have my Wix aircraft here, stun hanger there on that side. And on the back, I'm not doing checkerboards again on the leading edge, but we'll do 3 stripes. Yeah, Thomas Case is still around. He'd bring 20 guys over from Brazil, pay for everything, hotel, meals, airplane tickets, everything, all expenses paid. Ask Benet about Thomas Case. Nice guy. He really liked model airplanes. I think that in 2009, well, somewhere around 2008, they built Tucanos, and then 2009 they built P-51s, and in 10 they built Thunderbolts. Well, when all them guys came over here, I was standing on the L pad, between circle 2 and 3, and all of a sudden I heard a whoop, and looked over, and a wing was coming down on the end of the lines. The fuselage had left, and I turned and asked Benet, I said, "Hey, aren't you guys using glue to put those things together?" He said, "Oh yeah." So I'd say probably a couple of hours goes by, and I noticed out of the corner of my eye something coming at me. An engine flew out, and it hit me. Almost hit the ground in front, about a foot in front of me. Yeah, I just said, "Yeah, I can't believe these guys are using glue or whatever." Then I think it was 2009. I was in the pits between 3 and 4, circle 3 and 4, and a dust devil came through, and the wind picked up one of those P-51s. My Thunderbolt was sitting here, and the P-51 was sitting here. The wind picked it up and almost hit me in the face, and I reached out and caught it by the nose and the fuselage, and the guy was so happy. God, he just was so ecstatic that I caught his airplane and didn't break it. Okay. Please don't screw up here. Yeah, we got through it. That one anyway. The Brazilians were a fun crew. They were fun to be around. I first met Casminato about 25 or 30 years ago. I don't know. I met him down in Cincinnati at Lunken Airport. Carl Evans was still flying. I mean, everybody was still flying. It was about, I'd say, 30 years ago. Kaz didn't speak English at all. Not a lick. We still got along good because I liked his air. That was the beginning of the Blue Max then. I've had some good times with model airplanes. Had some good times with motorcycles too, though. You guys know how to eat. I know that for sure. Okay, what we got going here? Let's see here. "2004 at the Worlds." Now them guys were kind of hard to understand. The Russians, Ukrainians, and stuff. But I looked at all their goofy equipment. I just smiled. Them were great. They had some weird motors, boy. Oh, I probably left it on the Thunderbolt for 3 months, 4 months, but you got to use heat to get it off. The only reason why I painted today is I didn't want to leave this tape on here because that makes it tough to get off. You got to heat it up and I don't recommend leaving it on more than a day. I've left it on a few months. By accident. Here's a tip. Never tape off a canopy and leave it for more than a couple of days. If you leave a canopy taped for a week, you just lost your canopy. You will never get that tape, all that glue off that canopy. Unless there's some kind of product that I don't know about, which is possible. I think we're going to have a little overspray underneath that, and I'm going to have to touch up with white. But it's part of the game, I guess. Don't panic. Look, remember what I told you about red? There's some. This is all taped up, but there's a little red poke through right there. It might come off with alcohol. Maybe. It's a big maybe. How much weight do you think it gained? Probably unmeasurable. I didn't put 2 ounces of paint on it. 2 fluid ounces. One of them cups. That includes all the color. And I'm going to worry about that one. I just know that's going to be an issue. Lucked out. That issue is right at the line of the wingtip weight box. So I'm not going to do anything with it. You will not ever see that. $70 ounces. Oh yeah, sure. If it's 70 ounces, it's for sale to you. Come and get it. But it won't be. Them big lumber wagons are just too much weight. I think we'll turn this off here. There we go. Thank you for the super chat, Minnesota. Now, today when I got a super chat from Chris Everson and it didn't get put on the screen, I can't do that from my phone. I can only do that from this software here. So please don't be mad at me. There's one that's going to need to be adjusted. Not a big deal, but well, if I put that silver boot on there, you'll never see it, so I won't worry about it. Now, I mentioned this before. If you make a mistake, try to figure out how you can use it to your advantage. Very similar to the name of this airplane. New comments. Let's see what they have to say. I saw a super chat from Chris on the replay. Yeah, Chris is a top supporter. I mean, he really supports me. We fly with him in Cleveland. Alright, we got that side off without any major catastrophes. Needs a little touch up there. Needs a small touch up there. That's okay. This airplane here probably weighs right now 28 ounces. Not too bad for a big airplane. Oh, I know what that's from. That's from when I sprayed the orange with no cover on it. No problem. Now, I'm doing the initial carding, but I'll card it again tomorrow, I'm sure. I will card it till I can't feel them anymore. Here's an announcement for you guys that are trying to register on Stunhanger. If you don't use your wheel first and last name, you won't get approved. I'm not playing games. Well, that turned out real good. Pulled up the paint, the paper, and everything right there. Sanded it, shot it with white. You can't even see it. Barely. Barely. Needs a little sputz right there. Got a little super fill showing through. Didn't get the paint on thick enough. But if you were here and you could see through this, you can see right through my airplane. There's no paint on this. But that's okay. That is okay. Come on now, get up out there. I guess what I'm going to do after this is work on the graphics for the tail some more. I think I'm going to try to find another Trojan. Maybe Spartacus's helmet or something. The skunk would have been okay, but I just can't make it work unless I do a decal. And I'm not in decals. Kind of cheesy. Come on. Come on. You can do it. What do you guys think of my one mask painting system? Mask it one time and forget it. 3 colors, 4 colors. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Yeah, it works real good, Mike. Just gotta think about it. Okay, come on now, get off of there. I guess I could do lead outs tonight. Like I say, we're a month away anyway. Okay, don't screw up here. I figured you guys would like to see the unmasked product, so that's why I'm doing this today. You know, it's about it, but it's still not finished. There'll be some more painting to go. I better turn that over and look and see what I'm doing. Don't want to blind unmask on the job like this. The only thing about Russell at Okie Models, place an order in July and have not gotten it yet. No, I don't. When I used to run the website for Tom Morris, it worked pretty good. I know nothing of what's going on with Okie Air. I have nothing to do with him anymore. As a matter of fact, he hasn't even paid for his spot on Stunhanger for a year or two. I've just been letting it run. But free rides are coming to an end here because times are getting tough. And I can't afford it. If you guys remember right, I used to give away a kit a month. A $200 kit every month. That got old when nobody built one. I've never seen a kit built. I gave away, for a couple of years I did it, so I probably gave away 25 kits times 200. That's $5,000. Never saw a kit built. I don't know if they went to eBay or what happened to them. Some guys never, not even so much as a thank you. So, piss on them. That's back when I was making money. I ain't making money now. That's why I'll never have money. I'm too generous with it. Don't have nothing to worry about, so don't worry about it. Okay, there we go. A little prick there. We won't worry about that either. Well, there you go. There's your answer on Okie Air. There we go. I'm happy with it. Turned out fairly well. Now we need to see what's up with this tip here. Pretty good. Thank you, RC Fred. Nice. Where'd it go? I just had it in my hand. There it is. Hiding under this. No, it ain't. That ain't it. Where is it at? It goes over there. Where the heck did it go? There it is. No, it doesn't have a shine like it's gonna have. Nowhere near like it's gonna have. Okay, I got 3 little screw ups I need to fix, and I'll get them. I need to get that dent out with some heat, and I'll work on that. Okay. I'm going to see what this airplane weighs. I want this airplane on the front row this year, next year. So we're going to figure out how much it weighs and put clear on it accordingly. However, normally what I do is the paint diet. This is 1 quart of paint. It's only a half a quart of paint now. This is a half a quart of dope, clear dope. Then a half a pint of white. So I have a half a quart of clear dope left for top coat. You know, I've talked like Gerald Champ. I used to live in Eugene, Oregon. I was a Eugene prop spinner, and Gerald Champ was in with Wendy, and he built some beautiful airplanes. He had a beautiful Oriental. I said, how much clear did you put on that? He said, a gallon. A gallon. Kenny Stevens put a gallon on his airplane. That airplane weighs 70 ounces. If you use the paint it's going to weigh what it weighs. I mean, it's just no way around it. So I try to put on the least amount of paint that I can get away with and have it look presentable. There are some guys like Breck Buck say it doesn't matter what it weighs. Well, it does to me. You ask Charles. He flew my Junar when it was 56 ounces. That's a 60 size airplane, 56 ounces, 720 squares. It's like flying a 40 size airplane, and it just, there's no difference. I mean, no comparison. Can some of them guys make them lumber wagons fly good? Yeah, but they got to work at it, and I don't want to work that hard, especially in the wind. Because, you know, I'm not a real big guy. I gain a lot of weight. I'm pretty thick. I weigh 170 pounds at 5'6". I'm not fat, but I'm not 220. Maybe 160 now, 165, somewhere in there. Whatever it is. Anyway, we got her all untaped. I rattled on and on for a while now. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do here. I know what I'd do if I was at home in St. Louis. I would drudge on. But I'm not, and I got to get ready for work tomorrow. Got a snowplow to install. Oh boy. I was going to take this week off, but they whined. So I said, okay, I'll stay. Any other questions? We got to get the USA on the fuselage. Or maybe I'll put Todos Unidos. For you guys that don't know what that means, that's United States in Spanish. That's why at the border it says Bienvenidos, Estados Unidos. Welcome to the United States. You know, for the longest time, I didn't know. Carlos Santana made it say, Oye, como va? I didn't know what the hell that meant. I asked the Mexican guy, what is Oye, como va? He didn't know what the hell it meant. That means listen to the rhythm. Close, huh? That's the difference between your Spanish and Mexican Spanish. Because at the border it says, Bienvenidos, Estados Unidos. Welcome to the United States. Just like the different dialects. Cerrillos, fósforos. Servilleta, a toalla. You know, same thing, different words, different places. Same thing. That's why when some people talk, like I say, I can get about every third word out of one of them Portuguese guys. Can't speak a lick of it, but I used to love listening to that radio. ¿Qué dice diaria Tijuana, Mexico? Radio Mundo Uno. What the hell did I do with that other card? I know I didn't throw it out. Well, I don't see it. Yeah, we're gonna have to throw that JB Weld away. Its tube is split open. The big industrial tube I got is just oozing everywhere. What the hell? I know I had some paper towels here somewhere. Huh. Oh well. Wipe it on this trash bag, I guess. I have no clue what happened to it. Huh. Well, where'd you go? No clue. Oh well. Guess we'll have to get some more blue paper towels before I go any farther. Get this rag out. Use this. Alright, if there are no questions and nobody's interested in asking, I will end this broadcast and we'll see you tomorrow. By then I should have my pens cleaned. Maybe have the graphics for the rudder complete. I think I'm going to redo the wicks and make it longer. And the stun hanger. Right. That's what I was trying to do. Either a Spartan or a silhouette of Thor or some type of helmet, you know. Do you know that word, old control line pilot? I'll give you the full definition here. Shit. Like I say, I found it by mistake. Aegis. What does Aegis mean? Now this means something different, unless I spelled it different again. Aegis. Aegis. Yeah. I found a different meaning. Let's hear what it sounds like.
Aegis.
Aegis. And a classical art and mythology, a tribute to Zeus and Athena of their Roman counterparts, Jupiter and Minerva, usually representative as a goat skin shield. See, I I found a shield or breast. There we go. A shield or breastplate emblematic of majesty that's associated with Zeus and Athena. Controlling or conditioning influence, auspices, sponsorship, control or guidance, especially by an individual or group or system. Aegis definition, Webster Dictionary. There it is. The meaning of Aegis is a shield or breastplate emblematic of majesty that's associated with Zeus and Athena. So I need to do something like that on the rudder. Zeus, Athena, Spartan. I had a Thor's hammer graphic, but it's very plain. It's not, you know, it has to have some pizzazz for me to put that on there. I don't want to just put a hammer on there, you know. So I thought about, you know, like the Punisher skull inside a Roman helmet or something, you know, whatever. It's got to be, something that has some coolness. I just can't put a dog turd on there. But I figured XL and all that, they've been used too many times. And like I say, how I found this is by misspelling this word. I changed the dyslexically changed AIGS. Let's see. How did I do that? AI. E. I don't know. Anyway, it was a font that I misspelled and came up with this. So happy little mistakes. Score 1 for me. Otherwise, I never thought of it. All right, I'm going to kill it. Fair winds, tight lines. We'll see you tomorrow. Keep building. See ya.